Welcome in. We're going to deep dive and dissect the surrounding energies. This is what everybody is thinking about you. This is what they're saying about you. This way we can get out of your head and into your heart. It's always way better than what we think. Way better. So let's get into it. Oh, immediately 4 cards came through. Okay, before I turn these over, I just want to say that first off, when we are tapped in energetically to what other people think, it's just because we're growing, we're evolving. And so we're sort of like poking and prodding at the energy to see and testing it to see if we can receive confirmation or validation. And so we're just going to kind of dive into this energy. Remember, it's never about what they say, but it does help us to reflect from a very deep perspective. So, what are they saying about you? How are they feeling about you? Who do they think you are? Okay. So, this first card is the Empress. I'm like, oh my God. This is the earth goddess. She is the nurturer, the mother, the one who stays grounded, has perspective, and she is just basking in her glory. She is the Empress. So we can say archetypically, you and your tribe and your surroundings, this is the kind of energy that you broadcast. The Empress. What a beautiful first card to pull. Hello, spirit guides. Okay, the second one is the Moon. 2 major arcana, and these cards literally fell out of the deck. They were like, yes, right? So we can say that this is something that's been predominantly on your mind. You've really been seeking confirmation and affirmation. And sometimes the stories that we're telling ourselves don't match what reality really is. So I want you to know right away that they see you as this Empress, which is the beautiful nurturer. Then we move into the Moon card. This is somebody that's got depth, emotion, inner fire, heart-driven, compassionate, empathetic, okay? And it's intentional. It's not just flimsy energy. This is very intentional energy. And this is how people see you. They see you as radical, as intentional, as compassionate. You don't just care and you don't just do what you do because you're trying to please. You do it because it's the right thing to do. Okay. 9 of Wands came through. And so they see you as somebody that has worked very, very hard in your life. You've been through so much in your life, and they can feel that ancient wisdom inside of you. In fact, it's like predominant. And then this next card, Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. So the Knight is always the messenger in the deck. The Knight in the Cups is the messenger of love. And so they see you as a messenger of love. You bring people back to their center. You deliver messages that just amplify their energy. They feel better after they've left your energy. I'm going to look at karmically what they might be thinking. We're just going to pull some cards. This is freaking on freaking fire right now. You are on fire. Your surroundings love the shit out of you. They adore you. They see this ancient wisdom in you. Probably can't get close enough. Step into divine timing. What's meant for you won't pass by. Trust the delays. They're aligning your path. So, right, that could be why you're here. Not only are you wanting to get confirmation and validation that you're making the right moves, you're taking the right actions, right? What a beautiful, reflective individual you are. Just being here right now in this moment is amplifying your energy. You're getting your T's crossed, You're dotting your I's. You're taking full accountability for your energy. If something isn't moving fast enough, Spirit is asking you to step back. It's okay. You're in the right place. You're doing all of the right stuff. All the right stuff. Okay? All the right things. Look at these cards. Restore mind, body, spirit. I just want to show you these cards. If you're driving, don't worry about it. You can go back and look at them later. But this is like, first, this is masculine energy just basking in the sunlight and the sunset. And then true healing happens when you align mind, body, and spirit. So reconnecting to your essence. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful reflections. Your chakras are lit up. We've got crown chakra, throat chakra, and solar plexus chakra here. Beautiful energy. Spirit is asking you to make sure that you are synchronized. Mind, body, spirit. How do you know you're synchronized? How do you know? Well, everything resonates perfectly. Makes sense. Okay, we're getting you out of your head and into your heart right now. Worry in a box. Okay, so are thoughts of worry plaguing your mind, slowing you down, and consuming your ability to focus or organize your thoughts? Rest easy. There is a way to break free from the critical game of worry and doubt. Imagine any thought or distracting bodily sensation as an object. Turning those thoughts into objects creates separation from what is real and what is merely a figment of your imagination, a result of past conditioning. Now, with those thoughts in hand, put them in an imaginary shoebox. Close the lid and place it on a shelf in your mind, and tell yourself that you can go back to the box at any time. But for now, it will stay on the shelf until you need it, which is never. Which is never. You don't ever need your worries. Again, look at you. You are the Empress. The moon represents deep, deep energy. We were just working with Cancer and Jupiter. So expansive emotional energy, remembering that your emotions are the portal to your new timeline, the portal to your next movement, right? Sadness, harnessing self-compassion. Okay, the Maiden. So this is the archetypal deck here, and the Empress and the Maiden are literally the same thing. And I love how they have, the Empress has 111, the Maiden has 111. So you are in your Maiden energy. In your Maiden energy, you are going to be highly emotional, highly expressive, highly triggered. So it's really harnessing that Maiden energy, not allowing it, right? It has to have some sort of container. Like it has to have a safe place to expose and express itself. If you don't have that foundation, you can come here every single day and we will work with it. You and I will work with it together. Okay, we're going to look at your Starseed Oracle. Again, we are here to see what people are thinking about you, what they're saying about you. Again, the moon energy, people could think that you're dramatic. They could think that you're highly sensitive. And that's all true. Thank you for confirming. That's what I would say. Thank you for confirming. This is true. I am highly emotional. I am very tuned in, tapped in, and aware of my feelings. And I am not afraid to expose them and express them in the way that feels good to me. Right? Star family. You're part of a team of souls. Call and support. So the people around you, they want to support you. They want to guide with you. They want to lead you however you are at, whatever you're asking for. your spirit's guides are here to support you. You can call them in, whoever they are. Everybody predominantly has certain guides that they call in. I do. I don't expose them because they're my guides. They're my guides that have been there from the very beginning. Sometimes they have a name, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're a familiar entity through time and space, like Jesus Christ or Mary Magdalene or, God or Jackie Chan or, literally any guide that you really resonate with, somebody that you predominantly think about that inspires your life or creates a vision. You're tapping into that energy. That's an energetic field. That's a quantum field. And so you are tapping into that energy, and that energy is always available to you. Belief is your most predominant pathway, opening up those neural pathways and getting you into that quantum field. So let's take a look at this star family. Star family. At some stage, we were each a part of a soul cluster. Oh, that just is giving me chills. It's giving chills right now. A gathering of souls who broke away from one another to experience themselves individually. Those who are part of your soul cluster are part of your star family. Your star family are those souls who are cut from a similar cosmic cloth. You haven't just experienced lifetimes together. Your souls were once actually one. It's very common for star family members to incarnate at similar times, to work with anchoring a similar frequency of light, and across paths with each other. You know that someone is part of your star family when you feel like you know and remember them from the moment you meet. They feel instantly familiar and comfortable. Time both passes quickly and stretches when you're with them. You feel more yourself and with them, with anyone else. It can sometimes feel like looking in a mirror because in a way you are. Often you'll go out of your way to help those in your star family, instinctively knowing it's part of your path. When a star family member dies, you feel it very deeply, regardless of how long you've known them. A certain soul mourning or soul breaking occurs. Think about the people in your life. Who do you feel a part of your star family? If this card comes up in a spread, it's likely that you've met someone who is part of your soul family, or you're about to. Who do you think is from the same star family as you? How can you call upon them for support? Okay, I love that. And instantly I thought, you just found me. Maybe this is your first time here. I'm Bobby. I'm a psychic medium, Reiki practitioner, and twin flame facilitator, and honored to be a guide on your path to support you and hopefully bring you back many, many more times to stay collaborative. I do want to say that this is a pretty intense reading today. I still want to dive a little bit deeper into this just because it sounds like you're starting to call in your tribe. But the one thing I want to proclaim in this reading is what people think about you and how people feel about you is great confirmation to amplify and inspire you to keep going and to stay within the purpose in the process. But remember, as a starseed, raising the vibrational frequency of the planet is really your calling and my calling. And I don't pay attention to anything that doesn't bring me joy. if I have to question who I am with Bob, Bob isn't part of my tribe. Bob should be reminding me of who I am, embracing who I am. I should be able to see myself so clearly when I'm in the presence of Bob. If not, Bob is not my star family. It doesn't resonate. Bob's not bad. It's nothing to do with Bob. It's just we're out of alignment. And we often grasp onto lower frequencies. Lower frequencies are not aligned with our timeline. They are off our timeline. And doesn't mean that that lower frequency is a lower frequency. It's just that that lower frequency doesn't bring the highest potential out of me. It creates conflict, distraction. And it doesn't mean that Bob is conflict or distraction. It just means that my heart is telling me this isn't the right direction. High five, Bob. We met for a reason. We exposed something. If anything, we were helping each other redirect. And hopefully one of us is at the top of the mountain. Hopefully one of us has the courage to not sugarcoat anything. That's one thing I say is always speak your truth. I'm going to let Bob know, Bob, you're not in alignment with my path. So nice to meet you. Such a valuable connection to create in this moment, but it's time for me to go this way. So it is important to speak your truth, and don't be afraid to do that. What you're going to do is you're going to amplify the energy. You're going to direct Bob in the right direction, and you're going to go in the right direction. Where you could have been there for years, you immediately nailed it, shifted gears, and got back on your path. How cool is that? Because you followed your heart. So, again, I want to amplify that message. If it doesn't feel good, if you're questioning yourself, if you're constantly grasping, that's not your tribe. That's not your person. It's not your people. You shouldn't ever have to question yourself when you're with somebody. Open your heart. Set loving boundaries. I like that. Because you are hyper emotional and you're a nurturer and you've been through so much. Your heart is full of compassion, but it's very important that you have a value system. Like, I don't ever interrupt. I'm a man of my word. I don't step outside my boundary. So, like, here's a good example. Like, let's pretend like I've decided I don't want to drink anymore. But then I go out with Bob. Just so you guys know. No, thank you, Bob. I have, like, this Bob is, I swear, Bob takes the hit every single day. Bob's always taking the hit. Sometimes getting good stuff, sometimes some bad stuff, but Bob's like my punching bag, I guess. Anyway, let's say, for instance, I go out with Bob and I've decided I don't want to drink anymore and Bob's having a drink. I'm going to have a drink because Bob's having a drink. That is not honoring my boundary. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to be a man of my word. I'm going to show up for myself. If I set a boundary for myself, I'm going to stick to it. I'm unconditional love. That means I don't get to pick and choose where I have unconditional love. I'm just going to be that every single time. I'm nobody's savior. That's a big one. You're not anybody's savior. If you're trying to save somebody, they have to save themselves. It's the only way they're living the full human experience. You got to get dirty. You got to give a slam dunk. You got to roll in the mud. You got to feel all the feelings. And if I keep saving you, you're not ever going to get the opportunity to have that. Where do we feel all of our feelings? In the deepest parts, just like you did. Like, we go through this process and then we come out thinking we're going to save people. I'm not here to save you. If I happen to be in the right place at the right time and you're asking the right question, here I am. I'm appearing on your path. But like, it's just like a little kid. Like, they want to figure things out on their own. They want to experience the process of creativity on their own. They don't want you to figure it out for them. They might ask you to break a few codes along the way, which is why you're here right now in this moment, amplifying your experience, you know. But you've been through the trials and tribulations. You've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Now you're moving into maturation. You're in the maiden energy. The maiden energy is sensual, sexual. Venus. I think Venus just moved into Leo. So you are broadcasting, exposing. That can feel uncomfortable. That's why you're here, trying to figure out what people are saying about you. You've made radical changes. Potentially left groups, potentially shifted gears. And now you're hypersensitive about what people think about you. Don't worry about it. You are good. If anything, you're very, very admired. Very admired. The people around you are admiring you in such a heightened way. Like, I can't. Like, I've translated the cards the best I can, but what I know is that you are fully supported. You're about to step into your star family. That means people that are just going to amplify who you are, what you're capable of. I'm getting chills all over my body. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful energy. Taking chances, risks, and options. Cutting out separation, stopping the old patterns. Harnessing silence for just a minute. Just a minute. Where do we cultivate and heighten our intimacy? It's in the quiet moments that we spend time by ourselves. Those are very quiet moments. Okay, I'm going to pull an angel number for you. And then we're going to look at your frequency. Persistence. Oh, a happy day. An ample opportunity related to your life's purpose. Goodness. Is just around the corner. Take immediate action once it pops up. Of course, a lovely partnership or an epic romance is also in the cards. Again, going back to your star family. Coming in strong. Okay, and then we want to look at your frequency. So this is your frequency, okay? Miracle. The frequency of miracle supports our belief in ourselves as a part of source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. That's how people see you. That's what they feel. They feel boundless. They feel limitless. Are you experiencing negative emotions out of others? Maybe. Maybe. Let's see. Are you? No. Those are stories. This is the Queen of Pentacles. Nope. So if you are thinking that, put it in the box. You are opening your heart. You are the queen. You are the empress. You are standing at the top of the mountain. Keep your eyes on your devotion. Keep your eyes on your spirit guides. Whatever you focus on, you channel that energy. So stop it. Like, if Bob has insecurities and I'm focused on Bob, I'm going to start channeling Bob's insecurities. I don't want to focus on Bob unless he's directly on my aligned path. Otherwise, I have boundaries. I have loving boundaries for Bob. Right? You don't chase, you don't avoid, you don't resist, but first and foremost, you don't chase. I confirm you 100%. If this video resonated, please like, share with a friend that may need this, and please subscribe. Teamwork makes the dream work. I love you so much, and I'm very honored to be here. and be a part of your star family. Mwah.